How do you know exactly what you want and will do everything for and stand confidently behind that desire? In today's episode, you'll learn the 3 must-dos you have to practice on a weekly basis for you to get to your desired outcome in your business without losing your sanity. This topic is especially crucial right now. As we're wrapping up the year and going into 2023, how do you reset, reassess, and plan out your first quarter so you can be supercharged to go in and jumpstart 2023?
Private practice owners, are you ready to rewrite the rules for your practice so you can have more time off, a great team, and more income while delivering better patient care? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to The Provider's Edge TV. I'm your host, Sabrina Runbeck. I'm a provider, an international peak performance keynote speaker, and a best-selling author. My guests and I help providers like you to control your practice, control your life, and control your future. This is your defining moment to be a disruptor in healthcare.
Many of you know that I travel at least once a month. Part of that is taking a week doing clinical practice where I still wanted to feel that I'm part of the team in a way of delivering patient care, talking to the patients, engaging with their family, and also just collaborating with your colleagues on that clinical level to keep up with medical practice. And the rest of the time, I'm doing the fun stuff. And as you can also see today, I'm in a hotel room, but I have learned how to set up even audios and using the existing lamp in the room to have a recording studio. Now, you can do that too, but that's not the point of what we're talking about today. Today, we wanted to see as we progressively moving forward with our career, with our business, with our entrepreneurship in healthcare to create that bigger impact going forward. How do we stand behind that idea so clearly and confidently so we will then do anything that we need to get to that goal? Now, number 1 step is get the right help. What do I mean by that? The other day, I was just going to a grocery store and all I wanted just to buy an antiseptic spray. Now, some of you know I have a golden doodle. Her name is Ella, and she's a therapy dog. And this little girl, right, and very well trained, but her issue is that she constantly has skin allergy. So I have to buy antiseptic, antihistamine type of thing to spread through topical treatment. Now, even from human brand, right? Like you go to PetSmart, so many different options you have. Same thing on Amazon when I was looking up. So because I'm traveling, all I wanted is something simple just for the time being. But I sat there probably at least 5 to 10 minutes, just reading labels, walking around the aisle up and down, and comparing the human version versus the dog version and looking at the percentage. Now, this is probably not a novelty. You probably have done that too. Doesn't matter what are you trying to buy. You're reading so many about it, doing your background research. And by the end, at least a half hour probably gone by, you still don't know what do you want to pick. And this is called paradox of choices, because the more choice we have, the more unsure we are. And sometimes we call that analysis paralysis. We wanted to make sure the result that we'll get by making this decision is the best one ever. However, we all know there's never going to be the best option. There's just going to be the better option. And once we pick that option, we can make that result even better. Despite of our choices, things many times are uncontrollable. So how do we just get started? That is one of the toughest barriers. Now, one way that I do with my clients who are building big decision groups or having technology innovations, and where they started is by finding out the problem they wanted to solve, and they validate the problem by seeing how many people actually care about the problem. And then they will start contacting to figure out what are the steps to solve that problem. A little bit of reverse engineering. Now, once they already got going, how do you make that sustainable to keep going? It also comes down to the core foundation of who you are, what do you care about to make this work. So a simple exercise I have everybody do is called the wheel of life, because we know life are not just one important thing, right? It's not just work and life. And even within this work, this career, this mission that you are creating, part of that is a personal mission. Who you are, how you are doing, and then what's the bigger purpose, your life mission. And career development is not the same as financial intelligence. Means how much money to sustain the lifestyle that you want. And therefore, quality of life is a separate, complete pillar, right? So far we talked about personal mission, career development, right? The business that you're building. Financial intelligence means how much money you have to sustain that business, and your quality of life. That quality of life, another pillar, also involve who? Your friends, your social support, your significant other and families, and how well you can sustain your own healthy physical self, your mental well-being, the resilience, the grit, the growth mindset that you have, and how to detect other people's sabotaging tendencies so you don't go ahead. And then your spirituality, right? And not necessarily mean religion. Consider spiritual, but I'm not attached to any religion. I understand there's an energy world that I cannot touch, but we can learn to also leverage that. And then lastly is your personal development. How are you growing? What do you need to be? What type of characteristic you already embody that you needed to optimize? So all 10 of this together, where are you sitting on a scale of 1 to 10? How well are you mastering each of them? Want you to pause it for a second, just write them down. Personal mission, how well you're defining it. Career development, financial intelligence, physical fitness, mental well-being, love of family, social support, quality of life, personal mission, and spirituality. Really quickly, the 10 are personal mission, spirituality, family and loved ones, social support, career development, financial intelligence, physical health, mental support, mental well-being, spirituality, and personal development. Now, once you're able to write those down, I also want to challenge you. Step 2, write your personal mission statement. There are many studies have shown when people are taking notes by hand versus typing out on the computer, the memory is stored much more longer term. And therefore, you can also be more connected to the words that you're writing. And without something concrete thought out, we always have that goal, that idea as something we wanted, but not flesh out enough for the reality of how to make it into something that's doable, that's realistic, that's yet challenging and exciting. And then I want you to do number 3. We know at time of challenge, especially in a shocking state, we either fight for it, we try to escape the situation, or we freeze. No idea what to do. You end up doing nothing. Have you felt that you've gone through all 3 stages at some point in your life, creating your business? And one of the examples I had a recent conversation was we are having major issue with staff turnover. And this friend and really client have said, Sabrina, we had an amazing trip with one of my second hand, and we went on a business trip. I taught her everything that I had, really helped her to stand out there, networking with these high level connections. And we did some media interviews. And she said she's so appreciative for me to teach her. Right after the trip, she sent me a text saying terminate immediately. It's like, what the heck happened? What did I do and didn't do that caused this? At that moment, I think all of us have lost someone who we thought could be amazing, great, poof. And in that moment, we feel sense of lost. We freeze. Or some people feel sense of, I just had a part of me, almost like losing a family. And no longer thinking, how come that person did not tell me what's going on earlier for me to fix something? And in her case, she's trying to solve the problem by what did I do? What did I not do? right? Start judging herself. Now, it's not really great in any moment to feel that stuck, confused. And instead, we wanted to tap into our saboteur to say, you need to stop. Right? We know the biggest saboteur, the things that stop us from successful is judge. We judge ourselves, we judge others, we judge why things are not moving fast enough. How come this is so simple task and you cannot figure out it's a major meeting? How come the reminder was all messed up that was working last week, right? All issues. And then the way that we talk to ourselves and others, we have to ask, every conversation has a purpose. Is it really helping you to get to that point? If it come off any slight bit of condescending, and people will stop wanting to help you. So understand in that moment of challenge, where are you in the sense of, are you judging yourself? And this is why causing you to be defensive and fight for it. You want to escape, oh, time work, take care of things, or someone else will step in, or freeze, end up doing nothing. I already moved on. Then things get buried and pop up later on and at least expected time. So the process of decision does affect you significantly and affect all of us. So at the end of the day, you deserve to work smarter, not harder, and really think about, where are you headed to? How is everything that you wanted to do connected? It's not just about that goal, one vision anymore. It's how is that vision impacted by something else that you're doing, or something other than just your career? How much commitment have you set that you give to your family members, to another project before you're creating a new thing? Have you budgeted out to be able to sustain this new project? And is it truly aligning with your personal mission? And then make sure you have written out that personal mission and the major things that you wanted to accomplish. Then shorten it into just this quarter. Make your add number to it. Even the goal might be a little bit of reaching, but at least have something concrete so you can measure it. Things that we don't measure, we don't understand progress. Be proud of ourselves for making that progress. We stop doing things that are not exciting, means too repetitive. We get bored. So how can you create something that's doable, exciting, yet slightly challenging for yourself, that you can keep everything in line and make sure at the end of the day, it is truly aligning with the final vision that you have, your mission. And lastly, don't get bogged down. And whether it's fear, anger, or whatever emotion that you had, don't let your judge, saboteur stopping you. Work through it, because you truly deserve to succeed. You truly deserve to make those social impact for your patients, for our society. At the same time, be able to live and enjoy the life that you created.
Thank you for listening. Remember, the positive change we're seeking starts right here with me and you. If you are a fan of the show, or if you are just having struggles or success that you're either experienced in the past or are experiencing now in the healthcare industry, these matter to all of us. I want to hear from you. Visit sabrinarunbeck.com/connect and send me a direct message. Talk soon.